Gamers, I'm back with another everything you need to know about. This time it's going to be Zhuge's Legacy, which is the variant of the Chinese civilization. We're live during a subathon right now, which is why you see all those numbers over there. So don't be confused. And of course, live on stream as well. Zhuge's Legacy has some obviously differences from China, but has a lot of the unique stuff that we're gonna go through. So we're gonna go through Dynasties while we get into the game, because they are all different. They also have upgrades for Imperial officials, which China does not have. They have early palace guards and Zhuge available in feudal age, without any dynasties or accessing or whatever else, and grenadiers, but obviously grenadiers are not in feudal, they're later on. Villagers construct 50% faster and outer buildings 100% faster, just like China. Chemistry is granted for free in Dark Age, just like China. And docks work 20% faster, just like China. Let's get into it and let me show you everything that Zhuge's Legacy has, including the units, the unique bonuses, and there might be some stuff that like I missed, by the way, or I don't get quite right. It should be all right, but there might be some stuff I miss because all these civs are also new for me, but I wanted to make this for you guys so that you have a frame of reference to what's happening in the game. In Jiffy. Alright. So, first things first, Zhuge's Legacy, unlike China starts with 6 workers. Zhuge's Legacy starts with 5 workers and Imperial official, which is in fact a weaker start compared to China. 6 workers are better than 5 workers plus Imperial official. Why? Because usually when you play China, you make an Imperial official, and then by the time your workers finish building up a village, a mill, your Imperial official comes and he supervises. But with Zhuge's Legacy, your Imperial official is kind of wandering for a little bit. But it is what it is. Dock situation. Let's discuss docks since there's nothing weird or new about them. Zhuge's Legacy compared to China, they still have nest of bees on the bow chats, and other than that, they're the same. The docks produce 20% faster. The water is the same. Now, in Dark Age, you can produce barracks, just like China can, and the palace guards you get access to in Feudal Age. You do not need any dynasty like I mentioned previously. You just go to Feudal and you get it. Let's talk about dynasties. First dynasty is the Tang Dynasty. So China gets the extra vision. Zhuge's Legacy gets landmarks, cost 15% less to construct. And if I go to the age up, you can see that the landmarks are 340 wood or food and 170 gold. Now, I got a question yesterday, which was, if you keep Tang Dynasty, you don't advance in Song, can you technically get cheaper Castle Age and Imperial Age? The answer is yes, you can. So if you don't hit Song Dynasty, all your landmarks will be cheaper. So technically what you could do is you could age up to Feudal, age up to Castle cheaper, age up to Imperial, and then add the second Imperial landmark for 15% cheaper as well, and then you hit Ming Dynasty. So that's possible. Feudal, once you get to Feudal, you have the chance to get the Song Dynasty, which is for China, the villagers get produced faster. For Zhuge's Legacy, non-military buildings cost 40% less wood to construct, which is, well, basically on all non-military buildings. I'm actually not sure how the docks count. We're going to check that in a second. But your houses, your mills, your lumber camps, your mining camps cost 30. Farms, I think, cost 50. Your TCs are cheaper, which I'm going to show you in a second. Yuan Dynasty, all units cost 10% less resources to produce. And you unlock Pagoda. Here you unlock Granary, so that's the same. And then in Ming Dynasty, damage of Chinese unique units increases by 15%. So we're going to test all of that. We're going to show you all of that. So let's get into the landmarks. The landmarks are all new and all unique for Zhuge's Legacy. So some of the other variations have same landmarks or do similar things. For Zhuge's Legacy, they're all new, all different. So the first landmark we got, which is the one that is more popular to go for first, is Meditation Gardens. How does Meditation Garden work? It gives you resources per minute. Think of it like Malian Manza Quarry. But Manza Quarry gives you 75 resources per minute. Meditation Garden gives you resources based on where you place it. So, as you can see, the more wood I catch with this, you can see little circles, the more wood income I'm getting. So if I go here, I'm only catching a couple of trees right there, 6 wood per minute. If I go here, 29. If I were to delete this, 42 wood per minute. So it is very, very important. Just like with China placing Barbican, it is very, very important where you're going to place meditation gardens, because you're going to get a lot of income for the rest of the game. And this lasts forever. Now, you can also do this on stone and gold. So you can get 30 gold per minute and 30 stone per minute for the rest of the game. Now, the great thing is, sometimes you get a busted spawn. And I can see one right here. Fish are not included, I don't think. No. Shoreline fish doesn't include, so I'm assuming deep water does not include either. Deer are not included, by the way. You can see here. The berries are, gold is, stone is, wood is. That's it. So, if you look at this spawn right here. 56 food per minute, 35 wood, 30 gold, and 30 stone. That is close to 150 resources per minute. That's a juicy one. It's a juicy legacy right there. So, it's going to depend on a spawn quite a bit where you place this landmark. Now, this landmark does have a downside. It does have a downside. The more resources nearby, the more resources, blah, blah. Enemy units nearby disturb the peace and reduce resources generated. Now, I remember I asked a dev like 2 months ago about this, and if I remember correctly, each enemy unit reduces the income of this landmark by 10%. Now, don't quote me on this because it doesn't say anywhere, but I think it is 10%. So if you had 10 units nearby, you would get no income. I think that's how it works. Okay? Just wall it off. So the range of enemy units to disrupt this are, if you place the landmark here, the enemy units would need to be here to disrupt it. Not like next to it. They would need to be where that little stealth forest starts. So if you want to kind of slow down Zhuge's legacy, you can put a scout, even if you're not doing anything with a scout, and just reduce the income by a little bit. It ain't much, but it's honest work. That's it for that landmark. I'm just gonna build it right here. The other landmark is Jiangnan Tower. Jiangnan Tower. Acts as a drop-off point for Imperial officials. So, just like, what's it called? So just like Imperial Academy, it acts as a drop-off point for taxes, but you cannot produce Imperial officials. Instead, what it does is you receive a free unit at this tower whenever Barracks Archer Ranger Stable is completed, and you get a free villager whenever a town center is completed. So, before I make that and complete the Song Dynasty, you can see the income right here. It says, so I'm pretty sure the next tick is going to make it 30. But if the enemy unit was here, that income would go down, and that's something you guys can test to see how many units it takes exactly, but I think it's 10 units to prevent gathering. Now, as you can see, I'm just in Feudal. I am not in Song Dynasty, and I can already produce Palace Guards. The Palace Guards got 3-2 armor, 120 health, they cost 125, and yeah, you can produce them in Feudal. Next thing, let's make a couple of archer ranges, but before that, let's get the Song Dynasty. So we're gonna make this tower right here. Boom. So now if I add production, look at this, if I add production, this tower landmark will spawn 1 unit for each building, but it will not spawn it over time. It's just when you construct the building. That's it. Just when you construct the building. So basically, there is some value to waiting for production buildings. Not some value, there's obviously value when doing this, because you get a free unit. Now, if you create stable, you get a horseman. So you pay 150 wood and you're going to get 120 resources back. So that's one thing to note, which is very, very good. Now, obviously, this landmark doesn't have longevity. Like, you know, if you're making production buildings in Imperial, you're not like, oh my god, a bonus spearman. You know, great. It's like nobody cares, right? But early on, it's quite nice, especially with horsemen. It's very good to open with stables because you basically don't pay for stables almost. You only pay 30 resources for stables if that's how you wanna look at it, right? Now, another important thing before I go on is Zhuge's legacy can only produce Imperial officials out of town centers. They do not have Imperial Academy, and this is a pretty, you know, not big disadvantage, but it is a pretty big downside to China, because China doesn't need to sacrifice worker production. Zhuge's legacies needs to. Remember, once you make town center, you also get a free villager because of this landmark. So just once, you don't get it like periodically, but if I made more TCs, I would get more workers, obviously. Now, next thing. Next important thing. So we got palace guards, we got spearmen, we got horsemen in feudal. We got Zhuge, and if you look, there are no hand cannoneers and there are no archers. So Zhuge's legacy has no access whatsoever to archers nor hand cannoneers. By the way, guys, I just want to mention, I put on cheats, right? That's why the buildings and units are producing instantly, okay? The TCs and stuff don't produce instantly. It's just a cheat. Although this landmark does produce units instantly, okay? So that part's true. The other stuff of buildings going up fast, that is just a cheat. Okay, so they don't have archers, they don't have hand cannoneers, which might make it an issue if you open horsemen and then the enemy goes spearmen. Zhuge are not great at like attacking, pulling back like you would with archers. So does it provide free siege? No. So now we have non-military buildings cost 40% less wood to produce. And if you look, house 30, mill, lumber camp, mining camp 30, farms are 45, resources, village is 75. So actually something that was brought to my attention yesterday is with Zhuge's legacy, you don't want to open village, you want to open with a house in Dark Age. So when you reach Song Dynasty, your village is 50 wood cheaper. So remember that. Dock is 150. So dock counts as military and economy, so it does not get reduced. Granary is 90 wood only. Market is 60 wood. Blacksmith is 90 wood. One important thing, by the way, towers are not counted as military buildings. They're counted as defensive buildings. So Zhuge's legacy towers are only 60 wood. Only 60 wood, which is very nice. And then last but not least, probably the most important one, the town centers cost 350 stone, but their worker, the wood part is cheaper. So the TCs are 240 wood. And you get a free villager. So, yeah. But remember, you cannot make Imperial officials except out of town centers. So that's the downside. Now, in the blacksmith, all the upgrades are standard. You know, nothing weird about them. They don't got anything unique there. Granary, it's just a normal granary. It works the same way. And the market is also the same. So the only free units that you get out of this landmark is a worker when you build a TC, spearman when you build a barracks, Zhuge when you build an archer range, and horseman when you build stables, no matter what age you're in. Alright, let's go next. So right here, I get this question a lot. Do you still get stone and gold and wood if you chop down a forest or you get down the berries? So I went and I chopped down, or I got the stone right here and I got the gold right here. And if you look, I am still getting 30 gold per minute and 30 stone per minute. So once you deplete the resources, you do not stop getting that resource. It lasts forever. Let's age up. The age up options are Shaolin Monastery and Mount Lu Academy. Now, we're gonna actually have to remake the game, and I'm gonna have to show you both. But let's go with Mount Lu, and then I'm gonna remake to show you the other one, because they're very unique buildings. So, you know, I want to make sure I show you both of them. So, we're gonna go with Mount Lu Academy. Mount Lu Academy, Imperial officials collect tax twice as often. So, another thing, Jushi's Legacy does not have the increased tax collection. So, China can upgrade in Imperial Academy, so the Imperial officials can take from 40 to 80 gold. Jushi's Legacy does not have that. But, instead what they give you is they can collect taxes twice as fast, which means if you can collect taxes every 30 seconds, Jushi's Legacy gonna collect them every 15, which technically is the same thing. They also gather 20% as taxes as food. So right now if I go pick up this thing, boom, 40 gold and 8 food. So you are getting food as well. So the upgrades that this landmark, only this landmark provides you are Imperial officials move 50% faster, which is a funny as fuck upgrade because they are they are running. They are running. The next one is supervision by Imperial officials. Improved from 150 to 300%. This is obviously the supervised where you increase the production or upgrade research time by 150%. This gives it 300%. It's cheap, by the way. It's cool, but it's not something you would go for landmark. And even the movement speed is not something you would go for this landmark with. But it is a buff, right? Military Affairs Bureau. Imperial officials can now supervise keeps and outposts to reduce damage taken by 35%. So let's get that. So if I do supervision, you're gonna get a buff, receive 35% less damage. So your keep can have basically Elsbeck's, not Elsbeck, what is that called? The Atria landmark? It is Elsbeck, right? Yeah, Elsbeck's Palace. So you can have Elsbeck's Palace as long as you micro your Imperial officials. And I know what you're thinking. But Beasty, I only got 4 Imperial officials. Well, the last upgrade, brother, gives you Imperial official limit +2, and you get Imperial official upon completion. So now you can have 6 Imperial officials right there. So that's very nice. Now that's one of the oh wait, why? I'm so dumb. Man, guys, I woke up 3 hours ago. Okay, I'm still not woken up, or 2 hours ago. I just realized I'm playing Jushi's Legacy. I can make both the landmarks. I'm so dumb. Listen, it is what it is. You're stuck with me. Alright, we got the Shaolin Monastery, and with that, we got the Yuan Dynasty. Yuan Dynasty is all units cost 10% less resources to produce. So now, if we look, Zhuge are 27, 27, 18. Crossbows are 72, 36. Palace Guards are 90, 22. Hardened Spearmen are 54, 18. Horsemen are 90, 18. And Lancers are 126, 90. So all the units are they're just cheaper. And this also works for the boats too, which is actually pretty strong if you're playing on full water map. This is definitely the dynasty you want to be in, I think, on the water map, at least early on, because all your stuff is now cheaper. So that's very nice. Obviously, the upgrades are not. Now, Shaolin Monastery, I'm gonna be honest, I thought this sucks initially, but I played against it yesterday, and they're kind of nuts. They're kind of nuts. So, they're bald, right? That's number one. They're bald, and they look like a villager can come and stab them, and they're gonna die. And that's what I thought based on the looks, but don't let the looks fool you. Yesterday, I was playing against them, and I was like, oh, I should make camel riders in range mode to kill these. And by the way, these are monks, so you can go take relics with them, just so you guys know. And then, I saw... Wait, what? I didn't even know this. They regen health when out of combat? Oh, they can't heal. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know this. So they cannot heal units, but they regen combat. Now, they have an ability, Body of Iron. The Shaolin Monk hardens his body and reduces incoming range damage by 50% for 15 seconds. So if you activate this, you get a little buff. Reduced damage 50%. Now, they have 2-2 armor as well, by the way. Which is not quite like Men-at-Arms in Castle, but 2-2 armor is a lot better than 0-0. And their DPS is actually kind of wild. And I'm going to show you this right now. Because they're unique units, so we're going to spend a little bit of time on them. But their DPS is kind of wild. They hit for 15 damage, but their attack speed, look at it. 0.75. So I'm going to attack this boar because I want to see the region. I wanna see the region of the unit, because I actually don't know how much it regions out of combat. Okay, let's send you back, and then we're gonna send a one-on-one versus boar. Okay, let's look at the region. It looks like about 1, yeah, this is 1 per second. Maybe 1.5 region. So this is them versus boar. Look at the attack speed. It attacks really, really fast. And surprisingly, it beats a lot of units one-on-one. Just so you guys know. So, yeah. By the way, Jushi's Legacy can gather boar. The only civilization out of the new ones that cannot gather boar is the Iobits. The other 5 civs, so Byzantines, Japanese, Order of the Dragon, Jushi's Legacy, and Jean d'Arc can all collect boar. And yes, that was a monk, by the way. That was not a fighting unit. That is a monk. Now, that is what you get from this landmark, from Shaolin Monastery. Now, they do have monks too, right? The normal monks. So if you don't go for this landmark, you do not have access to these guys. Just to make it super clear. And they cost only food. Okay, today I'm gonna do Jushi's Legacy game with mass Shaolin Monks. What is their training time? I can't see because I have a cheat. Wait, can I disable it? 20 seconds. That's fast. But they do still have normal monks, by the way. But these guys, like I said, they can pick up relics. They can capture sacred sites. But you only get them from this landmark. Supervise? Oh, yeah. Oh, you can't supervise landmarks, guys. I forgot about that. It's been a while. Remember when you could supervise Clockwork Tower? Good times. Anyway, let's continue. We're now in Castle. We have gotten the access to Lancers. We got the Palace Guards. Now the Palace Guards are normal Palace Guards, by the way, from China, because now they're Castle. The Lancers are also just normal Lancers. Nothing weird, nothing new. Oh yeah, you can, I think, make them from pagodas. Let me check. Yep. You can make them from pagodas. So you could make 3 extra pagodas with Jushi's Legacy and this landmark, and now you can produce Shaolin Monks from there too. Wait, can you supervise pagodas actually? You can! Okay, we need to test this today. Mass Shaolin Monks. Dude, I completely forgot. Thank you for bringing it up. I completely forgot. 5 seconds! Because of the supervise. The supervise is 300%. Dude, that's wild. Holy shit. And they only cost food. Wow. Okay, that's pretty wild. Oh, look how they placed the relic. That's pretty cool, actually. Look at this. Alright, let's continue. We're definitely testing this today. You guys gotta remind me though. Because I'm old. Other than that, they do have Nest of Bees. Just like China does. Obviously, their cost is reduced because of the Song or the Yuan Dynasty. But let's go to Imperial, because I think I've covered everything here. Pretty sure. So let's go to Imperial. Temple of the Sun. Let's go with that. So, Temple of the Sun. Activate powerful abilities that improve speed, damage, range, or regeneration of specific units. This is the first landmark that you toggle stuff on. If you don't know what toggling is, it's toggling. So, right now, when you finish it, it is toggled on infantry move 15% faster. And that works on our boys Shaolin Monks. So now Palace Guards are flying. This is free to toggle, okay? So you can toggle it as much as you want. You can change it to whatever, but you can only have one toggle on. Toggle number 2. Gunpowder units and defensive structures gain +1 range, which means that if we make Grenadiers right now, Grenadiers have 3 tile attack range. If you do this, Grenadiers have 4 attack range. Also, Bombard range is 11. Nest of Bees is 9 with this. Without it, Nest of Bees range is 8. Bombard is 10. By the way, Jushi's Legacy also has chemistry for free. I mentioned this earlier, but they have chemistry for free. So this works on all infantry. Not on workers. All infantry. This works on all gunpowder units. Does it work on bow chads? It should. I don't see why not. 9 tile range. Oh my god, bow chads get 1 range too? No, Springles don't get range, guys. Springles are not gunpowder units. Also, keeps and towers get +1 range, obviously. Next thing is Divine Charge. Cavalry units deal 20% more damage. So this is just with the toggle. This is not with any upgrades. The Knights now have 29 damage. The Horsemen got 13. If we fully upgrade these bad boys, let's upgrade all the stuff. Knights have 32 damage. With this, they have 38. Horsemen, oh wow, that's actually nuts. Horsemen do 19 damage per hit now. That's wild. So, yeah. And then the last one is units out of combat heal 2 health per second. Which is obviously, if you have a fight and a bunch of your units are bruised up, you just turn this bitch right on. It's gonna get them back like that. Only out of combat, remember that. So this landmark is something you have to micromanage if you want to get full potential out of it. But also if you're playing like an FFA or something and you go full cavalry, you can just turn it on for cavalry, right? So, you know, if you're playing FA, you're massing Knights or Horsemen, and you can just turn this on and not worry. If you're spamming Siege or Grenadiers, you can go for this. Or if you're just, you know, you got Zhuge new Crossbow Palace Guards, you would go for Divine Haste. And again, this has no cooldown, and you can turn it on and off when it, like however you want, free of charge. Chemistry is missing because you have it for free. Let me research all of these. So, yeah. And regarding units, you got Palace Guards, you got these, again, no archers, no hand cannoneers. You got Horsemen, Knights, and Scouts. And that's it. Oh, wait, you might be wondering what's up with these 2 units. Well, let's go to the last landmark, which is Jushi's Library. Can unlock Yuan Raiders and Imperial Guards. Only 2 technologies can be researched. So remember, you can only get 2 out of these 5 upgrades. This is, you cannot change this. Okay? You cannot change this. Once you pick this, that's it. There's no going back until the next game. Let's go through the upgrades. So I was gonna say, this civ doesn't have Fire Lancers, but actually they do. One of the upgrades is Roar of the Dragon. Spearmen and Horsemen gain a Fire Lance when charging, which makes their Horsemen Fire Lancers and makes their Spearmen Fire Spear Lancers. So when spearmen, the way this works is when spearmen do their charge, there's like at the end of it. Like they literally do the AoE damage. That's number one. Number two, Zhuge and crossbowmen fire an extra bolt. Now, I'm gonna be honest, when I played Jushi's Legacy the first time, I thought this is the one to go for. I thought, yo, if I go fucking Mass Zhuge, I will mow down everything. Now, it is good, but it's not like unbeatable, right? Now, I'm gonna actually upgrade this later to see exactly how it works. I'm not gonna upgrade this because it's very, I mean, spearmen and horsemen have a fire lance charge. You know how fire lancers work. So we're gonna get this a bit later. Dynastic Protectors allows production of unique cavalry units, the Imperial Guard and the Yuan Raider. So the only way to make these is by unlocking them. You cannot unlock them in any other way. Okay? You have to upgrade it in this landmark, which we're gonna do in a second as well. Advanced Administration, Imperial officials gain 150 health and their maximum gold carried is plus 80. Imperial official limit is plus 2. No one's gonna go for this. No one's gonna go for this. Let's be honest. If you have a choice in Imperial, like to unlock units or army or more attacks, you're not gonna go for more economy Imperial officials. Like, it's just not gonna happen. If Imperial officials gave you like stone or something, and then the last one is Cloud of Terror, adds area of effect damage to bombard. And let me remind you that you can turn this on and then your bombards have 11 range AoE. And you have chemistry for free. So, yeah. So, that being said, we are going to go for 1,000 bolts and Dynastic Protectors. So first things first, crossbows. So they just got an extra attack. Wait, do I not have only one bore? Sadly, I killed it, kicked up. So you can see the second attack coming, but it says 2 burst attacks. Does anyone actually know? Because I don't know. Do you get a second crossbow attack? So do they do like 33 damage times 2 versus heavy? Actually, I'm not sure about this. Or is it just an extra bolt that deals X amount of damage? Observe damage while it shoots. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. Okay. So the second attack does 50% less damage. So you can see I'm hitting for 22. When I shoot, second attack is doing 9 damage. Wait, it's not 50%. Second? Yeah, second attack is wait, was it -6? So second attack is 9 damage, right? And the main attack is 22. Second attack is 9 plus 4 versus heavy. Yeah, there you go. Oh, maybe it can. Oh, it's 50% off of base damage. That's why, I think. That's why. Okay, let's get Zhuge and let's try the same thing. We got deer right here. We're gonna go there. So again, Zhuge now have 12 damage and they got 4th burst. So I'm assuming that the 4th burst does 3 damage. Not 3 plus 6. It does 3 damage. So you're hitting for 12, and then the 4th attack does 3 damage. I'm not sure, but if the crossbow works like that, this one should work like that too. Now, one thing to note. We are now in Ming Dynasty, and the damage of Chinese unique units increases by 15%, which means that the Nest of Bees are doing 15% more damage, which means that Shaolin Monks are doing 15% more damage. Zhuge are doing 15% more damage. And where are the Palace Guards? Grenadiers also do 15% more damage, by the way. And Palace Guards, I don't know where they are, but they also do 15% more damage. because of the Ming Dynasty. Here's the Elite Zhuge. We're gonna shoot. It's not gonna have enough. It kills the unit too fast. Let me try on a wolf. It kills the deer too fast for the forward bolt to come out, but that's how it should work. And anyway, let's unlock the last units, which is the Imperial Guard and Yuan Raider. And we're gonna make them right here. This one costs 80, 20, 20, and Imperial Guard costs 140, 140. And also these guys, let me actually let me change this to movement speed so we see what their stats are. They have Ming Dynasty because they are unique units. These guys got 420 health. So Yuan Raider, it deals 21 damage, plus 5 versus worker, and plus 10 versus siege. So it's just basically like a cheap raiding horseman that I'm assuming you just want to run into. Oh, movement speed is 2. Wait, that's actually really fast, no? So horseman movement speed is 188. Yuan Raider's movement speed is 2. That is a speedy boy, yeah. So I'm assuming you're gonna use these as like cheap army to just maybe try to raid in a perfect situation, but you can probably just use them against other units too. They have 4 ranged armor and no melee armor, so they are made to raid. And then we got Imperial Guards, which do 44 damage compared to Lancers who do 32. So they do quite a bit more damage. Lancers got 324 health. Imperial Guards got 420. Torch damage is the same. And charge damage for the Imperial Guards is 10% higher as well. So the Imperial Guards are basically, I guess, better versions of Knights. What is production speed? Let's check. Production speed for Yuan Raiders is 17 seconds, just like Horsemen. And Imperial Guards is 26, just like the Knights. So, oh no, did I kill that wolf? There's another one here. Let's try to see if the 4th attack is going to come off. We just need to see the number here. No, it died in 3 attacks. Fucking hell. Alright, but that's how it works for sure. It's 50% of base damage reduction. That is it. That is everything you need to know about Zhuge's legacy. I hope you guys learned a lot. I learned quite a few things. I'm very glad we went through this. By the way, you can also put relics in pagodas, just saying. And you can also produce the monks, remember? Not like China. China cannot. And that's it. If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new. The next 2 videos that are going to be uploaded on YouTube are most likely going to be everything you need to know about Japanese and everything you need to know about Byzantines. So stay tuned, YouTube gamers. And if you're watching this in November of 2023, we're live right now on Twitch 24/7 with a subathon. Thank you, YouTube gamers. Have a great day, Twitch gamers. Let's keep going.